Welcome to BOJTV Live. It's Scoopy Loopy trending at this time. Tommy Lee, Sparta, and Rygin King joins forces. Stay tuned for the details. Welcome back to Scoopy Loopy. All right, so we have seen over the last couple of weeks where recording artists Tommy Lee, Sparta, and Rygin King, they seem to be joining forces, and they have been appearing on a number of stage shows over the past weeks together. And of course, you know that social media is already commenting. Some persons don't like the move. Some people are happy that the two artists are showing unity. And we know that there have been talks on social media as it relates to the unity between some of the artists coming out of Montego Bay. There have been talks about Squashman and the Six Camp not linking with some other artists from Montego Bay. And of course, we would want Squash and the entire team to tell us what is happening as it relates to who and who is linking. I think this whole argument over the last couple of days blew up because of an interview that Rygin King did in Canada on another network where he indicated that he was not a part of the Six Crew, as some persons were speculating. I watched that interview, and I didn't get the impression that Rygin King was saying that he is disassociating himself from the Six Crew, right? Because he did went at pains to indicate that everything is good between the camps, but he was just saying that he was not a part of that production because Six is actually a music group. As Squashman said, with artists of their own. We have seen where Squashman has put out on social media, on Instagram in particular, a flyer making persons aware that Six Production is actually a music network and not what other persons would want to say. So Rygin King has said that, but I think the headline that the network had put out to saying that Rygin King makes it clear that he's not a part of Six, or it could have been a more screaming headline, which persons may have left with the impression to say that Rygin King was disassociating himself from the Six team, you know. When you watch and listen to the interview, you realize that that's not the message that was being conveyed. But of course, you know, social media is, and the argument was being put as if there was bad vibes between Rygin King and the Six Crew, but that's not what I heard Rygin King said. So that needs to be cleared up. So the whole argument now, and then they see where Rygin King and Tommy Lee has been appearing on stage and working together, right? We have covered several events and we have witnessed for ourselves where we see Rygin King and Tommy Lee, Sparta performing together. We saw them. The most recent one was at the International Kite Festival in St. Anne, where Rygin King came on stage while Tommy Lee was performing, and they performed for a little bit, not for long, and thereafter, seems as if Tommy Lee had another engagement. So as soon as they did like about one song or so, Tommy Lee left. But before that, we have seen where Rygin King and Tommy Lee, Sparta, have been making appearance, and persons have been commenting. Because, you know, there are a number of artists rising out of Montego Bay. There's Shaney, there is Squash, there is Rygin King, and quite a few more, TJ. So, you know, persons are saying that, you know, some form of camps are being formed, some artists not dealing with some, and again, that will come out. And we did a previous story as it relates to the tension between Tommy Lee and Shaney, you know. So that's something that we're concerned about here at BOJTV, and we want the Montego Bay artists to fix it. We want them to fix the situation. We are happy now that everything is not Kingston alone, and we are actually seeing where artists from Montego Bay, they are making a mark in the business. So with respect to Tommy Lee and Rygin King link up, I don't see anything wrong with it. But what I would want to see a greater unification between all the Montego Bay artists. And Buju Banton said it, right? And he said that the Kingston artists, they are welcoming the Montego Bay artists. And again, we wouldn't want that segregation again, a Montego Bay versus a Kingston thing. It is one music industry, and we have to all work together to ensure that at the end of the day, reggae music, dancehall music succeeds because it is bigger than every single artist that is there. A lot of the artists there now are inheriting a lot of sweat and blood that artists before them, have gone. And we can zero in on Montego Bay. Baby Wayne was a Skella Wasquami was a big artist out of Montego Bay. And he, may his soul rest in peace. He has passed on, but he did a lot of work. And for as a Montego Bay artist, and person don't remember him, right? Person only remembering the recent artists, and we have to give respect to Baby Wayne. So we want a unification between the Montego Bay artists and Kingston artists in general. All right, so there you have it. Scoopy looked at this point. Tommy Lee, Sparta, and Rygin King joined forces and seems to be working together. We haven't been able to flesh out the details of that, but certainly we are going to get the news for you right here. We're going to talk to both artists, and we're going to find out if it is an official link, if they are being managed by the same person, if they're under one umbrella, or what else is happening right here on BOJTV. That's it. That's where we're going to leave it on BOJTV at this 9 for Scoopy Loopy. Do remember to subscribe to the channel if you're watching on YouTube, and also hit the notification button. Bye-bye.
Save the world, I'm a wood, give me have a chance. You know where me a go. For sure know where me a go. Where me a go. And anywhere with blow. No, yo. Me need some time by myself. Me and myself have it was on. Yo. Make them go and say me mad because you nobody me can. Power. I don't tell them one thing. Attack. Watch everybody above. Boom, down. I never found the enemy. Never talk with the enemy. Power. You go tell them the weak. So them know where we like the shot. My youth, you are power with the enemy. What am I do? The youth, them are power with 100%. All right, now. 11. Stop running. Now say yo, all who know say. You see a morning on the left side, not even a man, I see as on the left show. Wanna go up on the phone, go up on iTunes, go up on internet and look up for Tommy Lee new album name, Reincarnation. A be a bad song funny. Make sure you go and go look up funny. All who know say they respect every artist. Let me see every answer. Me I call up one artist. I want the baddest thing from Mobile. You hear that? Cause the thing tough. When me say man tough, say man rough. Man tough. Man tough. Kick off rhythm like slippers. Cause them not like flitters. Even my name gunshot wheels and crib baby bear. Yes now. All who know say, no boy can take off the underpants and say bam 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 bam. Them a hawk, talk them a chat. Amigo, yo, a Tommy Lee, me a talk from me a win. Amigo, boy, I see everybody get wild in there now. Everybody jump. Me don't know about them, but me know about you. Boy, them a flip me rock, kick me with. Bands, one of the bands, that a piece of class and some science. What am I do? The boy that's a live this. We no power with the fear road. We no power with the fear road. So they walk in there, nobody know. Don't chat like you a man. Mind this and none of me demon. Drive from Sparta from soccer. This me now wanna eat not suppose. Send me my friend them come here join a crowd. And don't try. Everybody jump. Me don't know about them, but me know about me. Why them a fit rocket? But I boy for the chest to review one of them boy. Sparta send some science and go. 11. Voila. Boss boy in a them gate daily. Try to make a look for a note when the demons come out. You saw when the devil sent me. Raise the way. Oh, them sent. Put sense in our head, arrogantly. Everybody got up. We don't know about them, but we know about we. Well, I know. Then tell me if I call up a wrong artist at the moment. I rang somebody and tell me the artist soon forward in the near. But me have a bad artist to call up phone and no. In him, a Munga and a rebel. Say be a badness. Awo. Awo. Level. You know we are mash up the place tonight. The artists them. We are come out and shell on the place. Can't not hear nothing here. Big up Rygin King same way. Big up Munga. Whole family. You know that Billy put out views and scramble out Billy head. Well I know. Say be a badness. Yeah, me telling you something before Munga found. How we go? Me are the Godfather. Yo, family are the Godfather. I mean nothing. Not a soul of Badana. So I just transport your partner. Yo, I know over the years the morning Godfather. With some big belly matic and some fat car. Drive out. One brother. Well I know now. What is? Yo, beat the people, beat me. Yo, they're watching like a Disney. We no goofy, we no Mickey. Why the people beat me love me? What is it? How we go? Be about me. Well, I know. Well, I know. Well, I know. You know want to see bad artists found out? Bad artists just come fuck up the place. Say be a badness. Oh, sorry boy, bad order. Like I just say, bad artists come lock up the place. And that me say. You see me? And that me just say, like I don't feel like I'm bad out. Sorry for anything on here. Big up the kids then. Kids! They don't know. Tell them who run the world. How you go? Who you tell them? Who you tell them? One job. And the kids them a sing. How we go? Children, children, show me the way to Bob the Builder. Mushroom make Mario grow big. Yo, silly rabbit. Hungry bird just turn up the TV, sit on the card, my name stick up. Everything you need to know. Beat the people, beat the. Bororo. Yeah man, be a badness. I bororo plan. Ready now. Yeah man, as I tell you, look out for your new album, Reincarnation. Big up Boss Lady Music. Big up Girl Boss Straight. Yeah man, drop a track man. Yes now. Yeah. What about artists?
Keep God. Them love to our in a song and a chat for them all. Chat for them all. It come out to artists them no want come on the stage. Give me one of them. What you did my brother? I'll be there, my brother. You want to flip them? Go to. You want to have a friend there? Here for me. Boxing them. Me left them to use them lip. I miss a boxing a face with a growth now. Carbine and most you want to people must say go. See what I mean, I feel him, none of them. I saw me left boy a plug to them. All when the men are not seeing them. Brother, I'm just, yo. Them a take me to rise, everything like that. I don't start. I talk and the growth and even. God do that. Art of love in a man. Big up everybody. One love. Rygin. Big up yourself. Art of love. Big up all the people that they represent.